Maker Mig, and today I want to show you the project that I've been working on for, I don't know, about a couple of days or so on my spare time, trying to get this done for my daughter. This is the Gryffindor logo from Harry Potter. And I have two files here. The first one is the Gryffindor trace that I did. And let's see here, we'll come over here and show you how the layers work. Essentially, we have an a older logo that I just found online that turned out to be the French one from Coloring Pages or something like that, and somebody did some variant of it. So I took that logo and then traced over it with the pen tool. Once I was done tracing over with the pen tool, I'll show you here. Once you end up with a nice trace over with the pen tool, then we use the width tool in Illustrator to vary the width in different areas to create these very nice kind of carving, old school kind of line work. And once that's done, you take your line here, and excuse me, I got a little bit of cold there. You take your line here, you go to your path, and you do an outline stroke. And what that does is that turns your width into now an outline that then you can actually take apart. You can expand it, and by expanding it then you get the path by itself, and this allows you to then have it on a laser cutter or some kind of plotter. I'm not going to bore you showing you the whole tracing and everything like that, but it took a while to do, and it's not perfect, but it's enough to kind of give it a homemade feeling. But you'll notice here that there's some lines here. The reason is that the black lines are the cut lines for the laser cutter. Now, if we come over here to our file that I created called DXF output, I like to separate the files so that way there are different I have different files for the different functions. I could have everything in one file, but I just want to be able to isolate everything. So here's my DXF output, which will then be taken to the laser cutter and cut into it, and we'll cut the 3mm wood. It's a paneling that you find at paneling stores somewhere around here in Norway, and so that's what we're working on here. I noticed here that this little object right here technically should be on the Griffin, and so we'll see how we can fix that in a little bit. But you'll notice that the shield by itself is here. Then we have the banner, then we have the G, and then you have the Griffin on there. So these are going to be cut out independently and then layered on top of each other. The shield will go down first, then this or the Griffin will go down second. Then we have the banner and then the G on top of there. Now you'll notice that there are some small circles right here. And these are my keyhole circles right here. They're 5mm circles that will turn into holes, and the black is the actual cuts. The red is the engraving that the laser will engrave into. And I'll use these as aligning holes to align them. So I only need two because with two we have enough for a straight line. So there's an alignment there. So on the shield on the bottom here, these holes are where you won't be able to see them. So you have two here on the left, and that goes to the banner here, and also to the letter G. And then over here on the tiger, the griffin, you have the two holes right here in the hip area, and of course you won't see those. You will see the holes on the G though, and because of that, what we're going to do is just cover those up and probably paint it or stain those. So there you go. Once we cut these out, we'll see how they look. We'll stack them on top of each other and add them to the back of the bed for my daughter. We'll see how it goes. Well, that's about it. And let's see. We'll see if we can update you in a couple of days, depending on when we get this laser cut. All right. Goodbye and keep on making.